Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 18th Annual East Texas Kickoff Luncheon. My name is Cindy Smoke. I'm Executive Director of Sport Tyler, and I appreciate all of you being here today. We're going to get this thing kicked off in football fashion. Please welcome the Tyler High School cheerleaders and drumline. Let's give them another round of applause. At this time, I'd like to bring up this year's Sport Tyler Chair and also a member of the Christus Trinity Mother Francis group, Mike Hines.
Good afternoon. That requires a response. Good afternoon. Hey, it's great to be here. I always look forward to this event. I think all of us look forward to fall football, especially fall sports. And it was nice of them to set the Olympics right at the right time to push fall football. And so it's great to be moving into that. And if you haven't gotten yours, this has come out. And if you haven't gotten Texas football, you need to get this. And it's not on the agenda, but when the irregular agenda is over, we're locking all the doors, and we're reading this whole thing from page 1 to page 400 before you get to leave. So it's full of great stuff and exciting. I'm excited to be here. I've been a part of Sport Tyler. I want to thank you for attending the 18th annual Azalea Orthopedics and Baylor Scott and White Spine and Joint Hospital of East Texas Kickoff Luncheon. It's a great time, and this could not happen if it were not for a bunch of people. And so I want to first recognize Cindy Smoke and the members of the Sport Tyler board. Would you please stand and recognize them, please. Also, our chamber staff, Henry Bell, Jenny Wilson, Margot Saunders. In addition, Debbie Ruth, Susan Davis of Dot the I. Are they there? Where are they available? I'm trying to see where they are. Recognize them, please. Any members of the Contact Club and Visit Tyler, thank you again for your help. Are you here, the Contact Club? There they are, back in the back. Tell them thank you. And as you can imagine, this event and the luncheon and the scholarships that are being awarded would not be possible without the generous support of the Azalea Orthopedics and Baylor Scott and White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital. Do we have administrators? I know we have some doctors here and other staff from those facilities. We'd like to recognize you, please. Also, thank you to our touchdown sponsors for their added support this year. And we will recognize them. Any of those here in the audience from touchdown sponsors? At this time, I'm going to recognize some elected officials, local, state, and federal, and ask that you stand, and then we'll recognize them all. U.S. Congressman Nathaniel Moran, State Senator Brian Hughes' office, Tyler City Council members, James Wynn, Petra Hawkins, Stuart Hintz, Brad Curtis. Please stand as I call your name. TISD trustees, Wade Washman, Aaron Martinez, Artis Newsom, TJC Board of Trustees, Lonnie Uzel, City of Bullard, City Council member Lane McDaniel, City of Lindale, Mayor Gavin Roscoe, City of White House, Council Michael. City of Henderson, Mayor Buzz Fullen. City Council Henry Pace. If you're here, please stand and let us recognize you. So I have the opportunity to introduce our MC for the afternoon. He really doesn't need any recognition, Michael Coleman with KLTV Sports. But in reading through some of his, I found out that a lot of unique things about this gentleman. He said high school football is his passion and paid for his college education. He played JUCO ball at Coffeyville as a running back, where he is in their Hall of Fame. From there, he went to Southern Illinois University, where he formed a relationship with NFL Hall of Famer Gale Sayers. Sayers was the athletic director. He has been around sports all of his life. He also ran track as a sprinter. This is his second time at KLTV. He was back here in 2003. Then he moved to Long Island for a period of time, and then he's back here. Back there in Long Island, he had a program called The Rush. After spending 7 years in New York, he went home to Kansas City to resurrect the sports department at KCTV, Channel 5, CBS. For 2 years, he was the chief sideline reporter during preseason for the Kansas City Chiefs, and he was also the Kansas City Royals' lead reporter, covering them for 2 World Series. He covered Big 12 football, basketball, included NCAA tournaments, until he was summoned back to East Texas, where he and his wife of 8 years, Gina, now live. This is everything that I read about him. This is the one that caught my attention the most. He mentioned that his wife, Gina, is a breast cancer survivor. And Michael said, no athlete in the world at any level measures up to her being his all-time hero. And so, as you know, he has hosted popular high school football shows, and one most now is The Zone, the Red Zone. And he can't wait to start the new season. So if you would, where's our guest speaker, our MC? Where is he hiding? Here he comes. Please help bring the man from the Red Zone, Michael Coleman.
It is my pleasure to be your MC, but Mike, when you say the show I host on Friday nights, and you just say, the Red Zone, no. We don't say it like that. We say, the Red Zone. So guess what you got to do? You got to show these folks you know how to say it the way it's supposed to be said. Step right up.
Okay. Are you going to say it with me?
No, I already know how to say it.
Welcome to the Red Zone.
That's what I'm talking about.
Give it up for our guest.
Thanks a lot, my man. I appreciate it. We are going to have the invocation, and would Coach Rashawn Woods please come up?
How you guys doing this afternoon? I figure I'd pray over not only the food, but the season. And anytime a coach is praying, he prays for a lot of things, and so you'll probably hear a little bit of that in my prayer today. So would you please bow your heads? Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for the food that we receive for nourishment of our bodies. Thank you for this great group. This East Texas Kickoff Luncheon is a wonderful thing. It gives us the opportunity to bring guys together and enjoy and fellowship the great East Texas football's upcoming season. And as a coach, and the coaches here, if you're an offensive coordinator, I pray that every play that you call hits home. And as a defensive coordinator, every play that you call hits home. That everybody gets through the season, for the most part, pretty healthy, and that all of these young men's goals are met or pretty close to being met, unless you're playing against Tyler High. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thanks a lot, Coach. First of all, it's my pleasure to be here, and Coach was talking about calling the winning play. I want to get the young athletes in the mood for football. I know you've been running and doing a bunch of other stuff condition-wise, but I got to play. I'm going to call it twice, and I'm going to say ready, and I want to hear everybody yell break. That will let me know how ready you are for football. Pretend I have a little wristband. Tight end split. Split backs, D1. Waggle 13. Tight end split, D backs. Waggle 13. Ready? Y'all got some work to do, but it's practice time. It's practice time. I get a chance to interview some gentlemen, and of course, Mr. Hines just talked about this book. For us in the media, this book is a tremendous source year-round. That's why we can't wait to get it, even if you're a subscriber, like a couple of my guys are at the table at KOTV. And this gentleman here, he embodies what high school football is about in the state of Texas. Greg Tepper is the managing editor of Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine, the Southwest's leading football source since 1960, a position that he's held since 2011. He's entering his 11th season as an on-air analyst for Bally Sports Southwest, formerly Fox Sports Southwest, including the Emmy Award-winning High School Football Scoreboard Live, Football Friday, Built Ford Tough, Player of the Week, and coverage of the UIL State Football Championships, of which we have 3 champs in the house today. Tepper is also the host of Texas Football Today, a daily live show on TexasFootball.com discussing high school and college football in Texas, and you can find his writing at TexasFootball.com. Tepper has received multiple awards for his work, including 2 Lone Star Emmy Awards in 2018 and 2019, the 2019 Putt Pal Sports Writer of the Year Award presented by the Texas High School Coaches Association, and the 2019 Media Person of the Year Award presented by the Gridiron Club of Dallas. Tepper is a member of the Football Writers Association of America. He's a graduate of the University of Missouri. I'm not going to hold that against him, though. He has a broadcast journalism degree, 08 cum laude. His wife, Jen, and sons Hank and Max generously allow him to live in their house outside Dallas. Outside of work, he's involved with Camp RYLA, Rotary Youth Leadership Award, in Rotary District 5A10, an organization that empowers young leaders to make positive impact in their communities. Without further ado, will you please give it up for Greg Tepper. Now, I don't usually carry around a Sharpie unless I'm going to ask for an autograph from somebody. So I want you to autograph your magazine, and that way folks won't take it.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're devaluing the magazine at the point, so thank you, Michael.
Thanks a lot.
I appreciate it. Give it up for Michael. Thank you. I think it's a pretty rude trick, honestly, and I feel honestly bamboozled that you guys bring up an outstanding drum line and cheer team. Let's give it up for them one more time. And then you bring up a 2-time All-American in Rashawn Woods. Let's give it up for him. And now introducing some guy. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you setting me up for success. I'm so thrilled to be here. Everyone here, I always forget out here in East Texas, everyone here is so warm and welcoming. You know, earlier today, it was the first time I've been called sir without it being followed by, we're going to need you to leave. So that was a real thrill for me. But it's a real honor to spend part of this special day with you guys, honoring some of the best and brightest in East Texas, because I love it out here. I was doing some media interviews earlier, and I said that this is a region full of crazy people, and I mean that as the highest compliment, because these are my people. These are football crazy people, and I love being here. My name is Greg Tepper. I occupy a very strange place in the Texas ecosystem, in the sense that most people, like rounding up, most people have no idea who I am, but the people who know who I am know exactly who I am, and all of them want me to be introduced to their husbands. So like my wife, when she meets another mom, inevitably she will have somebody, the wife will say, oh, my husband is also into sports, so they need to get together, and we'll get the boys together, and they can talk, and we can do things. So I end up talking with some dude named Frank about golf for like 2 hours, and it doesn't work for me, but allow me to introduce myself. My name is Greg Tepper. I'm a 2004 graduate of Coppell High School. Cowboy Fight Never Dies. I'm a 2008 graduate of the University of Missouri. I went up there to study journalism. I have a degree in newspaper journalism, which was a choice. I am, apologies to my media friends in the back. After which I came back to Texas. I got a job at the Dallas Morning News before I joined the staff at Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine. Now, they've talked a little bit about the magazine, but I want to make sure everybody's here on the same page. Dave Campbell's Texas Football has been around since 1960. It's the quote-unquote Bible of Texas football. We cover every college football team in the state. And you're thinking of the Texas Longhorns, the Texas A&M Aggies, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, but perhaps you're not thinking of the Howard Payne Yellow Jackets or the Southwestern Assemblies of God Lions or any of the other teams. There are 48 of them across the state of Texas, soon to be 50. We cover every single one of them. We also cover, as you probably know, every high school football team in the state. There are more than 1,500 of them. We cover the largest school in the state, which is Allen, has an enrollment of 6,950. We also cover the smallest school in the state, which is Pawnee, has an enrollment of 25. So we kind of do the gambit. We go from El Paso to Beckville, from Canadian to Port Isabel. We cover the state like nobody else from tip to tail, so to speak. I am also on television. I've been, for the last 10 years, I've been on Bally Sports Southwest, which is a network that you don't get, but that's okay. We can talk about that later. But I've been it's been such a thrill to do that. As they mentioned, I have been married to my wife, Jen, for 12 years now. We have two sons, Hank, who is 5.5. We had kindergarten roundup yesterday for Hank. He's fired up, loves to read, loves space. We also have a 2.5-year-old named Max. He is a maniac, but keeps us busy there in the Tepper household. I have been lucky enough to call Dave Campbell's Texas Football home for the last 13 years, a full third of my life, and it is a one-of-one job. My job is one of one. My job does not exist in Florida. It doesn't exist in California or Ohio, and I do not take that for granted. And I know that I owe my career, plain and simple, I owe my career to Dave Campbell. And Dave Campbell is it's not like Betty Crocker. It's not like, it's not Chef Boyardee. He was a real guy. Dave Campbell, in 1960, started a magazine on his kitchen table in Waco. He had two ideas for a magazine. He was either going to do a magazine that covered the Southwest Conference and the schoolboy teams across the state of Texas, or he was going to do a regional bowling magazine. Bowling was really hot in the late 50s. I personally don't think I would be here if he had chosen the bowling magazine, so I'm grateful for that. But he really launched a revolution as far as covering football and the way that we consume football across the state of Texas, and I'm honored to be a part of that. Beyond that, he's just a personal hero of mine. Dave Campbell he lived to be 96. He spent 93, I think I have this right, 93 of his 96 years in Waco. The only 3 years he didn't spend in Waco, he was deployed in World War II in France and Germany. He is a Bronze Star. He's buried in the state cemetery in Austin. He's a war hero. And so I have a lot of respect for him and a gratitude for what he's given to me, and I'm grateful to him every day. You know, I get asked a lot about the scope of Dave Campbell's Texas Football. It's 1,500 schools. That is a lot. Here's the real secret I'll tell you, this small gathering, into a microphone. I don't know every little thing about every single team. I know a lot, but I don't know everything about every single team. I know the important things, like the East Texas schools. Is that pandering? That's up to you. But the beauty of Dave Campbell's Texas Football is that at our core, we tell the stories of communities. That's what it is. A Friday night football game is just a community gathering. It's a community event. And that's the core of high school athletics. It's much more than X's and O's. We'll talk plenty about that, but high school football is not, the soundtrack of a Friday night is, yes, it's the popping of pads, but it's also the hollered play calls from the stands from somebody who thinks he knows better than coach, right? And it's the blaring bands, and it's the whispered gossip, and it's the cheer. That's the beauty of high school football, especially state. That matters, and we are proud to celebrate that, just the idea of community in Texas high school football. And ask the student athletes here today about the power of community and what community means to them. Ask them what an honor it is to wear across their chest the name of their community, to represent that, to be here being honored by your community. It means more because of that. And so we at Dave Campbell's are very aware of the power of community, and we try to centralize our thoughts around that every day. I've been at Dave Campbell's, I mentioned, for 13 years now. I've been on television for a decade, and I've been asked a lot, like, hey, like, what's the next step for you? Like, what do you want to do with your career? Do you want to go do college football? Do you want to go do the NFL? And my question would be, like, why? Like, why? Texas high school football has got everything. It's got 600 games every Friday night scattered across the state. It's got the best talent in America. It's got the best facilities in America. It's got the best coaches in America. It's got the best atmospheres in America. This is world class, and it's important that we don't take this for granted. What we have here and what you guys have here at Rose Stadium and what you guys have here at all these stadiums across East Texas is different. It is special, and I think it's important sometimes for us to take a step back and recognize exactly how special we have it, how good we have it here in the state of Texas. And so, no, going off the NFL, that seems boring to me. Like, high school football is where it's at for me. And another reason I love Texas high school football is that I really do admire Texas high school football coaches. And is that pandering? We'll find out. One of the reasons that I admire high school football coaches, I deal with them a lot in my day-to-day, but one of the reasons is that you have to be a teacher in Texas. That's one of the things that I think matters. I'm a believer. I'm the son of a public school educator. I'm the husband of a public school educator. I believe public education matters. I believe that teachers matter. And so I enjoy being around Texas high school football coaches for that reason. But more than that, they are more than coaches, right? They are mentors. They are father figures. They are leaders. They are community leaders. They are people that I learn so much from every single time I'm around them. And I'll give you an example. This was a couple years ago. We're doing something on TexasFootball.com we called a watch along, where we're streaming a game live on TV, or live on YouTube. And it was myself and another member of the Dave Campbell staff, and then two coaches, Marcus Shavers, who's the new head coach at North Forney, and then a gentleman named DJ Mann. DJ Mann is now, he's bounced around a little bit, he's now the assistant director of player personnel at Ole Miss. And so he was sitting there. He's a buddy that I've known for a long time. We got to be friends because we chirped at each other on Twitter for a couple of years. But he came in, and we were watching the game, and one of the teams was really having trouble getting lined up, a lot of pre-snap penalties, a lot of little things going wrong, a lot of little things that were keeping them from winning that game. And I turned to Coach, this is on the air, and I turned to Coach, and I say, you know, that's got to be, as a coach, that's got to be driving you nuts, that these little things are really costing you this game. And quick as a whip, he goes, Coach Mann says, it's because you're calling them little things. Those are not little things. Those are the things that are keeping you from winning this ball game, so that doesn't make them little. And when you call them little things, that puts in your head that they don't matter. We call them the vital things. They're the vital things. Those are the things that are going to win us ball games. And think about the lesson that can take into all of our lives, in every aspect of our lives. If we were those little things that are keeping us from achieving our goals, if we just reframe it as the vital things, would we take them more seriously? And that's the power, in my opinion, of Texas high school football and coaches. They spread wisdom far beyond the Friday nights. If you've seen my face before, I apologize, but if you've seen my face before, it's probably on TV. I have been on High School Scoreboard Live for a while alongside Craig Way and Aaron Hardigan, as well as Football Friday on Bally Sports. And I was also on one episode of Cops. I'm not allowed to go into depth about that. But I'm not naive to the fact that people are kind of enamored with the idea of being on TV. I honestly can't believe they let me be on TV. But I will tell you that, you know, here are a couple rapid-fire answers to some of the questions that you may have. And I apologize to my media friends in the back if I'm really like breaking the code of silence here. But here's just a couple things. Yes, I do wear makeup. No, I'm not wearing any makeup right now, just a little eyeliner. But most people are exactly like they are on TV. I used to work with a gentleman named Rick Renner. You may remember Rick Renner. Exactly like that. That's exactly who he is. He'd just call me in the middle of the day and be like, "Hey, buddy, you want to go play some golf?" I'm like, "Okay, man, chill, Rick." We will not actually read anything you put on a teleprompter. Like, we do have a little bit of a filter. We're not Ron Burgundy entirely. Sometimes it happens, though. And no, this is probably the biggest one. No, if I'm sitting at the desk, I'm not always wearing dress pants. A lot of Bermuda shorts going on underneath there, a lot of gym shorts. Actually, Brent Severin, I'll just blow up his spot. Brent Severin, who's the Stars analyst, the Dallas Stars analyst, the worst. He's a Canadian. He will roll in just like what we call the broadcast mullet, which is like shirt, tie, jacket, and then just like gym shorts. So there's somebody sitting at a desk, there's a fair they're wearing shorts underneath. But what TV has taught me, I didn't get into TV originally, as I mentioned, I'm a newspaper guy, but what TV has taught me is the power and the responsibility of having a platform, the ability to speak to large groups of people. High School Scoreboard Live, for example, is the highest rated show on Bally Sports Southwest. More than Rangers Live, more than Stars Live, more than Mavericks Live. It is the highest rated show on Bally Sports Southwest. And that is much bigger than just buddies sending me text messages at 11:30 with my stupid face on it, being like, look at you, idiot. My duty is to use that platform responsibly and to inform and entertain, yes, but also to reflect the values that I want to put out into the world. Like, that is my responsibility. For example, this is for me. I will never trash a high school kid. You'll never hear me say a critical thing about a high school football player. There are ways to frame that. For example, if there's an interception, it's not that the quarterback threw an interception, it's the defensive back made the interception. There are ways to frame that, because that's a value of mine. I'm not gonna trash a high school football player. He doesn't deserve that. He doesn't deserve some dude sitting at a desk with Bermuda shorts telling him, what he did wrong. That, to me, is a core value of mine. And that is why I try to use my platform responsibly. And I don't want to overstate the importance of some guy sitting at a desk at 11:30 talking about high school football, but there is a duty that comes along with having that kind of platform. And especially to the players out here, the players and the coaches, you have a platform too, right? You are role models within your community. You may not have asked for that, but you are. You are role models within your community. You have a platform. You have a voice. What are you going to do with that? How are you going to make sure that what you feel is important takes center stage? The power of platform, I think, is something that I've really grown to appreciate with this role. I do want to leave you with a couple of final thoughts, and nobody's interested in me getting on a soapbox, so I will be brief. But the first one I want to tell you about is the difference between good teams and great teams. I've been covering high school football for 13 years, more than that actually, but watched a lot of high school football. I've seen a lot of bad teams, a lot of bad high school football teams out there. I've sat through a lot of bad football. I've also seen really good teams, and I've also seen great teams. And coaches in this room who have coached good teams and have coached great teams maybe know what I'm about to say, because I like to ask coaches, whenever I get an opportunity, what's the difference between a good team and a great team? What is that thing that gives them the extra 1%? And coaches know it best. No, I have my own thoughts, but I'll tell you what my answer is, the answer that I've landed on. The difference between a good team and a great team is team leaders who set and maintain the standard. Team leaders who set and maintain the standard. It does not matter how fast you are. You need to have some of that. It doesn't matter how well you catch. You do need to have some of that, or how well you tackle. Again, all these things are important. But when you're talking about a good team to a great team, the difference, that extra 1%, is when coaches set the expectation, it's players and team leaders who maintain that expectation. Put it this way. Every coach here is going to talk about it. Every coach here is going to talk about it. It's up to the players and specifically the team leaders, and I'm talking to the players in this room who have been recognized as outstanding student athletes. It's about them to be about it. That, to me, is the difference between a good team and a great team, and I hope you'll take that with you into the fall. And the last thing I want to leave you with is something that I have been working on this year. In 2024, every year I try to set myself like a theme, like a goal, something I want this year to be about. And one of the personal goals for me in 2024 is to make this year the year of aggressive gratitude. Aggressive gratitude. And because there's no feeling in the world quite like gratitude, whether that is giving it or receiving it. Think about like the last time you were told thank you and how nice that made you feel. And I think that this world, this is me, soapbox guy, I think we could solve a lot of our problems and a lot of the divisions we have if we could just be a little bit more aggressive with our gratitude. Because nobody in this room, nobody you've ever met got to where they are by themselves. Everyone had help. Everyone had a support system to get them here, even to this room, to set you up. Student athletes, you had people who have brought you to this point. And my question for you is, have you been grateful to them. So everyone in this, just like take a minute. I want you to hold in your mind someone who has helped you to get you to where you are today. Think of one person who helped you to get to where you are today, who was that boost that you needed when you needed it. And I want you to think about how wonderful they must feel to know that you're thinking about them, to know that they had that kind of impact on you. And my question for you is, do they know that? Have you told them that? My challenge for you, moving forward, is to practice aggressive gratitude, to make sure you go and tell that person, those people who are helping to lift you up, who are helping to get you to where you are today, to tell them thank you, to give that gratitude to them. And speaking of gratitude, I want to express my gratitude and thank you for the gift of your time and attention. Thank you very much. Oh, way up here from Michael. Michael's coming up here to quiz me on high school football mascots, I presume, right? Roscoe's the Plowboys. The ones that trip me up, I will tell you this. The ones that trip me up is like, if it's a lion or a tiger or a panther or something like that. If it's a jungle cat, I can get it like in the range, but maybe I get those mixed up. So, Michael, I appreciate it, my friend.
Good job.
Thanks, Mike.
Greg Tepper, ladies and gentlemen. You know, one of the things, and he alluded to it, that I like about this event, it's the one event you can get a bunch of coaches in the room and nobody's screaming and hollering. We like that, especially the athletes. I'm now going to introduce the schools, and just stand up. We want to recognize you. If I butcher any names, just make me run laps afterwards, all right? We're going to start with ARP High School, the AD and head coach, Wes Schminke. Superintendent, Shannon Arrington. The athlete, DeMarcus Wade. Congratulations, guys. Athens High School, the head coach, Zach Harrell. The athlete, Jace Warren. Please stand. They're right there. Big Sandy High School, the head coach and the AD, Brian Pullum. Superintendent, Mike Burns. And the athlete, Caden Smith. Bishop T.K. Gorman High School, the athletic director, Monica Davis, the head coach, Ed Burns, and the athlete, David Phillips. Brownsboro High School, the AD and the head coach, Lance Connett, the athlete, Braden Kirkpatrick, the defensive coordinator, Wesley Thompson, and offensive coordinator, Ryan Hood. Bullard High School, the AD, Scott Calloway. Where's Scott at? Oh, Scott, how you doing? I like what you did with your hair, all right? Head coach, Colt Bradford, the athlete, Crew Bowman. Coach Calloway and I always josh one another. Good guy. Chapel Hill High School, the head coach and the AD, the Beard, Jeff Reardon, the assistant AD, Matt Reardon, the athlete, Jonah Reardon, all in the family, y'all, and the superintendent, Lamont Dean, the assistant superintendent, Matt Strode. Thanks a lot, guys. Edgewood High School, the AD, Jason Seal, the head coach, Alex Guerrera, the athlete, Braden Trilica. Okay, I got 2 laps I owe you. Frankston High School, the AD and the head coach, Paul Good, athlete, Tyler Rogers. Gilmer High School, state champs, AD, head coach, Alan Metzel, the athlete, Trill Butler. Gladewater High School, AD, head coach, Jonathan Levere. Jonathan, where are you? Okay. Grace High School, the head coach, Dr. Jay Ferguson, and the assistant head of school, Joshua Webb, and the athletic director, a good guy, Eddie Francis. Okay, there is not a school attached to this, so scream it out when I say your name. Mike Lee, the athletic coordinator. Grace. Head football coach Tim Russell, and the athlete J.T. Williams. Grand Celine, AD head coach and head coach Joe Drennan, the athlete Carson Brown, the superintendent Micah Lewis. They stand? These lights are bright. Did they wave? I didn't want to see you guys. There's a ghost in the house. Henderson High School, interim superintendent Jim Dunlap, the assistant superintendent Terry Everett, and the AD Clay Freeman. Kilgore College, the AD Courtney Pruitt, the head coach Willie Gooden, and he looks like a Willie, doesn't he? Y'all know Coach Gooden, he's just like a Willie. Defensive coordinator Russell Thompson, offensive coordinator Paul Burgos, and the athlete Tyler Webb. Thank you, guys. Lindale High School superintendent Stan Surratt, AD and the head coach Chris Cochran, and the athlete Jaron Egan's. Longview High School, the assistant head coach Oscar Wilson, and the athlete Fernando Longoria. New Diana, AD and the head coach Jason Pitts. The athlete Jaden Johnson, and the superintendent Marshall Moore. Pine Tree High School, the head coach and the assistant AD Jason Bachman, and the athlete Matt Cates. Spring Hill High School, the offensive coordinator Stuart Proctor, the athlete Arsh Singh, and the superintendent Penny Fleet. Texas College athletic director Joseph Morale, head coach Jarrell Jackson, the athlete Terrell Hoofkin. This means there's more barbecue for us, right? Trinity Valley, head coach Sherrard Poteet, and the athlete Diego Tello. Thank you, guys. Troop High School, the AD and the head coach Sam Wells. The athlete is Shane Jasper, and the superintendent is Tammy Jones. Thank you. Tyler High School, the head coach Rashawn Woods, the athlete Keandre Powles, the AD Greg Priest, the assistant AD Donnie Little, another assistant AD Sam Gillespie, superintendent Marty Crawford, and the principal Claudia Lane. Tyler Legacy High School, the assistant head coach and defensive coordinator Brody Trahan. Next Thursday will be Trahan. We switch back and forth. Athlete Nathaniel Kirksey. Athletic director, once again, Greg Priest. The assistant AD, once again, Donnie Little, and another assistant AD, Sam Gillespie. Superintendent, Mr. Crawford, Marty Crawford. All right, Tyler Junior College, the AD, Doug Wren. Where's Doug? Oh, okay. Hey, Doug. Got to watch those TJC guys. I like the James gang. Google them. Head coach Tanner Jacobson. The athlete Sam Fogang. The president Dr. Juan Mejia. Provost Deanna Shepard. And the head of the James gang, the associate vice provost Tim Drain. Kevin Fowler. Jeremy Strickland. See, they got a gang. There's a gang of them sitting at that table. Van High School, I love this guy. Jared Moffitt, the head coach, and his sons, Austin and Jackson Moffitt, very talented young men. White House High School, the head coach, Kyle Westerberg, the athlete, Hudson Barron, the AD, Don Newton, and the superintendent, Dr. Casey Whittle. And Hudson's mother and father are here, Tim and Misty. Where you at, Mom and Dad? Ah. So the son brought y'all to lunch. All right, wrapping up right here, Winona High School. Head coach and AD, Kenneth Cook. The athlete, Josh Rice. Superintendent, Damian Miller. And high school counselor, Kristen Carter. Let's give a round of applause for the true stars of the high school football season, the schools who are in the house. Okay, now we're going to take a look back at some of the highlights from last year's season, produced by the talented Garrett Sanders and Will Bethencourt from KETK Sports.
Time. Let's go! Always on go, move the opposite of slow. No rookie, I'm pro. I gotta get it, you know, cause I'm focused to run up the scope. Enjoying the show, don't do no minimum, no. I'm on point like the middle of O. No need for a vote, no pressure on me. I don't choke in the clutch, I am labeled to go. Use that as the quote. I double the triple of most. Keep you pushing, you cruising on coast. That sound like a joke. I just keep on pushing the limit. I'm out of this world going ghost. I've been ahead for some time now. Gotta keep working on time out. I started, I finished, I grind out. Cause I've been ahead for some time now. Nothing but work, been putting that in, that was first. It's never reversed, no sleeping, been at it since birth. Nothing but work, been putting it in, that was first. It's never reversed, no sleeping, been at it since birth. Stood on 10 on this earth, I run it, try not to get burnt. You know it's my time, that's alert, I'ma play through it all if I'm hurt. I've been ahead for some time now. Gotta keep working on time out. I started, I finished, I grind out. Cause I've been ahead for some time now. Look, no matter what you're going through, always stay grounded. Always keep pushing. Always keep striving. Always keep pushing to be the best that you can be. Strive to be the best and the greatest ever. You the one. Cause I've been ahead for some time now. We coming, we coming, we coming for more. 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 Holla if you hear me, holla if you hear me, cause I came to bring the noise. None of y'all can see me, none of y'all can see me. You are dealing with the force. I'm not the regular, average everyday competitor. Not the same, not the same. I'm not insane, I'm a level up. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep your focus on the goal at hand, and I bet you they'll see you now. We coming, we coming, we coming for more. 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 We coming for more. It shouldn't come by surprise. The first time I wasn't satisfied. Feel it in my nerves, couldn't fight the urge. You could see the hunger in my eyes. Hear the pain in my voice. It's go time, make a choice. You can go and choose to be the best, or you can choose to settle with the rest. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep your focus on the goal at hand, and I bet you they'll see you now. We coming, we coming, we coming for more. We coming, we coming, we coming for more. We coming, we coming, we coming for more. We coming, we coming, we coming for more.
I've worked in a lot of markets, seen a lot of high school football. This is the best right here in our backyard. We are so lucky to have this kind of talent. And for those of us that do what we do for a living, KETK, CBS 19, Brandon and Phil at the local paper, it's an opportunity for us just to enjoy what we do. You know, it's like I was in Oxnard a week ago, and today I'm here emceeing this beautiful event. It's not a job. It's something I like to do. I don't mind the paycheck, but I love doing this because I've never worked a day in my life covering high school sports. I want to real quick give a shout out who we forgot. I forgot, didn't see. Jonathan Bateman, where you at? You get this all to yourself, man. Give Jonathan a hand. From Henderson. All right, my man. Okay, now to present the Coach Danny Palmer East Texas Team Community Service Award from Isaiah Orthopedics, Dr. John Michael Klein, and the award's namesake, Coach Danny Palmer. Gentlemen, come on up while I read your bio. Dr. John Michael Klein is a fellowship-trained, board-certified primary care sports medicine physician. Dr. Klein was born and raised in East Texas. After graduating from Elkhart High School, he attended Tyler Junior College, where he played both tennis and baseball. He then completed his Bachelor of Science in Biology at Texas A&M University, where he pitched for the Aggies baseball team. They lost their coach to Texas, didn't they? I'm just saying. So he subsequently spent 2 years pitching for the Twins in their minor league system, and though a shoulder injury and subsequent surgery ended his professional baseball career, he went on to pursue his passion for medicine by attending medical school at the University of North Texas Health Science Center, TCOM, in Fort Worth. He met his wife, Dr. Amby Klein, during medical school, and they both went on to complete their family medicine residency training at the prestigious Waco Family Medicine Residency Program. Dr. Klein then completed a sports medicine fellowship with Southwest Sports Medicine and Baylor University of Waco. And with over 10 years of sports medicine experience, Dr. Klein is excited to provide expert knowledge and care to the athletes and families of East Texas. Dr. Klein's goal is to keep you healthy so you can do the things you truly enjoy. Along with Dr. Klein is the award namesake, Coach Danny Palmer. Mr. Palmer, are you out there? Not here? Well, we all know about Mr. Palmer. He means so much in our backyard, the legacy that he holds. He's knocked down a lot of doors for this community in the world of sports and TJC and whatnot. Can't say enough for him. So, you want to say a few words? Sure. It's not listed here, but you can. Okay, come on up.
Thank you.
All right.
Good afternoon. It's my honor and privilege to present the Coach Danny Palmer Community Service Award on behalf of Azalea Orthopedics and Sport Tyler. Thank you to all the schools who submitted entries this year. Your continued service to your communities is to be applauded and speaks volumes as to the character of your teams and your programs. Each school participated in an amazing variety of projects that significantly impacted their communities. This year's recipient has gone above and beyond to serve not only their school, but also their local community. Some of these projects included volunteering at an elementary school by greeting the students during morning drop-offs. They also returned later in the year to read to and play with the students during recess. They helped at an area East Texas Expo where they set up and served meals. They volunteered at the Boys and Girls Club in their county where they helped kids with their homework and played football with them. They helped at Dia de los Niños Day. They helped in their city's downtown square promoting autism awareness. They participated in and helped with their city's Christmas parade. They made group visits to multiple nursing homes where they visited with the residents. They cleaned the house of one of their school's retiring employees. All of these projects significantly impacted the lives of those in their town. Please help me congratulate this year's award winner of the Coach Danny Palmer East Texas Team Community Service Award, the Kilgore College Rangers. Please come forward and accept your award. Thank you to all the schools, and keep up the good work helping your communities.
I'll say a couple words. It wasn't in the script, and I was not expecting this. I'm gonna just say this: it's nice to always be acknowledged, you know, and be recognized when you go out and you win games and you win championships. As you can see, make sure I put that up there. But it's nice to be acknowledged for that. But it's even more rewarding to know that you're doing the small things or the things that go unknown or unseen or unspoken of. And you know that you're raising these young men right. And the community involvement has always been important to me. It's always been important to us at Kilgore College. So I appreciate the support. I appreciate everybody that had a part in playing and putting this deal together. I appreciate this award. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Klein, and congratulations, Coach. Okay, this event is outstanding. Can't wait to see what happens next year. I want to thank all the coaches, the school, and the athletes. We've only just begun in terms of this season. It's going to be rocking and rolling. We're going to have a lot of fun this year on all counts. Thank you all for supporting this event. Wish you the best of luck this season. And of course, you know, you can check yourself out on the Red Zone. I'm practicing too. It's my training camp. We'll trust you to be back next year for an even bigger event. Now, before we let you all go, we want the young athletes to come up stage. We want to take some pictures of you guys. So you guys start making your way up here while I finish up. I want to thank Greg Tepper for speaking today. Thank you again to Isaiah Orthopedics and Baylor Scott and White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital, and to our touchdown sponsors. And stay tuned for the Earl Campbell Tyler Rose Award Watch. That list will come out on August 20th. Again, thank you all for your attendance. Enjoy your rest of your day. And whatever team you're rooting for, go get them. Thank you, guys.